Hi, this is Glenda, and this is my soap for the collaboration Flower Power. Um, this is the sketch that I did prior to it. Originally, I was gonna do it on a loft mold with the rainbow going in a diagonal pattern. Later, I changed my mind. I still use a loft mold, but I use it more as a slab mold. But you'll see. I have warmed up my oils to 107 Fahrenheit or 41 Celsius, and the light water solution, which is distilled water mixed with sodium hydroxide, it's at room temperature, which for me is 77 degrees Fahrenheit and about 25 Celsius. Initially, I just like to blend the oils with the lye solution with a spatula just to stir them before introducing the stick blender. Once I use the stick blender, I only use it in short bursts, about 2 to 3 seconds each, and then I will stir it and then I will do another 2-3 seconds. I was being very careful because I wanted my soap butter to stay as fluid as possible since I needed to split it into several colors. My fragrance is lavender from Lone Star Candle, and I have used this fragrance before and I know that it behaves really well. It does not cause any acceleration or discoloration. So even before reaching an emulsion or light trace, I decided to add the fragrance so that I wouldn't need to do any extra blending after adding it. I wanted to bring this soap to the point of emulsification only, so I kept checking on the shaft of the stick blender, and when it got to this point where it covered the shaft and it didn't split, but it still was not leaving a trace, I knew that I had achieved it. Then I split my butter into 4 portions, and each one weighed between 11 to 12 ounces. And I chose these funnel style pitchers because I want to pour them into the mold using the wall pour technique. But for now, I'm going to add the colorants. I have a light yellow mica, of which I'm only going to use a little bit. I want my colors to be close to pastel-like, so I'm only using a very small amount of each colorant. Of the green and of the yellow, it's about 1/8 of a teaspoon, and of the purple, it's about 1/16 of a teaspoon, because I want something that looks more like a lilac than purple. And these are the colorants on the screen. I decided to experiment with a neon pink from Nurture Soap, and I use a very small amount. It's about 1/32 of a teaspoon, and I'm going to include all of these amounts in the recipe link in the description box in case you are interested in seeing them later. And I'm going to just distribute each color into the soap with a stick blender, and I'm just going from lighter to darkest color. The green is going to represent the ground in my soap and also fulfills the green requirement of the collaboration, and I'm adding nettle leaf powder to it to also comply with the natural element for the soap. So here are my 4 colors. They're looking good, but I know they're going to lighten up, and I do want them to light them up because the pink is looking very strong right now and the purple is looking a little too dark for my taste. Well, now it's time to pour it into the mold, and I'm going to attempt a wall pour, which I never tried before. I have tilted the mold with something underneath the wooden frame, and I am slowly trying to pour it along the wall of the mold. The soap is currently at a light to medium trace. It's still fluid, but I can tell it's beginning to thicken up a little bit, but not enough to worry me. I had to switch it around a few times so that the colors will be in the order I wanted them to be, and it was easier doing it from one side than the other at times. I finished by cleaning up the walls with the icing spatula and then putting on the flower embeds. about 36 hours later, it was ready to come out of the mold. It was giving me a clean release on both the sides and the bottom, and I was very curious to see what the colors were going to look like. On the top, there was a lot of soda ash, probably because I used more water than usual, so I couldn't quite tell. But from the back, I'm liking what I'm seeing. You can see the speckles of the nettle leaf on the green portion, which I actually like. I think it helps with the grass effect. And then here on the side, you can see the colors better. The purple did lighten up, which I was happy about. I was surprised about the pink. It seems to have taken more of orange tone pink, almost like peach, which is not bad. Overall, I'm happy with how it looks. So, thank you for joining me. See you next time. Bye.